Hello everyone, this is Leimomi Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul. I'm a coach here, and I wanted to make a video to kind of share with you guys about my little tips on basically about soul alignment messaging. So if you're listening in, just say hello, just so I know that you're listening. And if you're listening to the replay, I hope this really helps you. So for today's topic, I wanted to talk about like the real painful truth, like as to why you actually are feeling very tired, overwhelmed, maybe lacking clarity, because you feel like just your prospective clients, don't really know that they actually need to buy from you. So like how actually the last thing you can even think of was actually has to do with soul alignment in your messaging, and that's what's actually keeping you kind of stuck. So when there is a certain phase in your business, and this is why I'm educating my audience about this, there's a certain phase in your business that you need to understand that your messaging cannot be on point without your own soul's voice. And it's one of the things that I find that this is why like we lack in the ability to create consistent income, and also we're not really selling really well directly to our ideal clients. So if you've been like struggling with your ability to make sales, get people enrolled in your programs, or you are, but you feel like something is missing and it's just not working out. You may be even getting wrong clients that basically, they can't pay you, or they are just very tiring for you, right? So the reason actually goes way into your ability to really speak in your own unique perspective. And so I actually have found my ideal clients, and this could be you if this is the case, that even though that they may be really good at marketing and sales, and they have been making sales and everything, one of the things that they lack is the ability to stay on point in terms of speaking from their first soul's gift. So what is your first soul's gifts? We actually have 8 kinds of energetic qualities of what our soul is made of, and all of us all have all of these 8 energies, but we have a one specific energetic signature that is a specific thing that your ideal clients are coming to you for. So for example, my energy is the love gift. So everything I share is based on the energy of holding space, healing people, helping people to activate their higher psychic gifts, expansion into their ability to go beyond, stepping into their soul-aligned leadership. And so like all of these things that I talk about are based upon my first gift, which is love. Your gift could be something totally different. It could be power, it could be truth, it could be wisdom, it could be order. All of the energetic quality of what your soul is, it's so important that you speak from that voice. And so when you're actually maybe lacking consistency in your ability to make income, it has a lot to do with the fact that you're just not speaking directly to your soulmate clients, because you're using the words and the expressions that really does not resonate accordingly to your first soul's gift, right? So it's like the difference of me starting to talk from my second gift of power. So when I start to talk from my second gift of power, I use very powerful, empowering type of words, maybe very inspiring. But the thing is, when I'm aligning to that, my ideal clients kind of feel like, well, that's kind of cool. Like she's talking about, manifestation or mindset, or, speaking from your unique voice and all this kind of stuff, right? Do you see how that works? So you could be speaking to your ideal client, but you're speaking from your second or your third gift, and the second and third gift is what you don't want to align to. So the more you do speak directly from your first soul's gift, the more you will get, the more ideal clients. So this is actually the secret to creating consistent income, creating unlimited abundance and wealth is what I have found. Because you're speaking directly soul to your ideal clients. So at first it kind of feels kind of weird because you're not used to speaking from that perspective of your first soul's gift. So when I first started talking from my first soul's gift of love, it was kind of strange because I was so used to talking from my power gift, which is my second gift. And so the more I spoke, the more that I felt like I was just operating from this other voice. And so I would get like clients who basically wanted me to do the work for them. And I was like, no, that's not why I do what I do. I want to teach you how to love yourself, how to trust yourself, believe in yourself, right? Which is based on my love gift. So you can see how if you are not speaking from that perspective, you're going to get people who just don't understand like your offer, because they're going to feel that energetic misalignment, right? You're talking from your second and third gift. And so when they buy from you and they actually go get the experience with you, they're like, well, I was expecting more power, you know, right? If your second gift was something different, right? When actually your energy could be, you know, love or order, right? A specific vibrational energy. So what happens is it causes a lot of like misunderstanding in communication and drama in the way you relate to your ideal client, right? So what happens in the end is you overgive. You try to like please this client, and you try to give as much as you can to give them the exact result that they want. But in the end, it feels like you're defeated because, yeah, you gave them, you know, amazing results, but you yourself don't feel really good in it, right? And this is the effects that I'm seeing all throughout the online world, is that we think that we're a type of energy, that specific energy, our first gift is that energy, but then you find out through your clients that, you know, they're either, number one, not getting their results, or, you know, there's misunderstanding in their communication because they thought they were getting this, but they got something else. You know, so this is why you're tired, you're overwhelmed, and you're lacking clarity, because there's this like fight within yourself. Do you see how that works? So if you want to be able to speak directly to soul to your ideal client, you have to know what your first gift is, okay? And this is actually the secret to actually having your messaging on point. Now, this doesn't mean that you don't think about strategy and the other parts of it, which, you know, doing market research and figuring out whether the outcomes and your, you know, benefits of your programs is, you know, right on, or like, you know, talking to your ideal clients, right? Talking to your past clients. I'm not talking about that you don't need to do those things. I'm talking about you first need the most important thing, which is what is your alignment. And this is the thing that people forget, is that, well, I thought like I'm expressing, you know, who I am because I think I know who I am, right? But every time when I talk to my ideal clients, they don't know. They know maybe in their head, but when they're actually doing it, their behaviors, the way they're speaking, I'm like, you're using like all the wrong words. All the words that are just really aren't even your either. Number one, it's not who you are at soul level. It's words who are like, you know, not even your gifts, not even your three main gifts. Or it's, you know, you're speaking over and over again from your second or your third gift. So over time, people get really confused as to why they need to buy from you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you want to be on point and in your messaging, and you want to be able to create consistent sales in your business, you have to remember it has to come directly from who you are at soul level. Because that energetic alignment, people will feel it. They're going to say like, oh, I like this person, but there's something wrong like with the way that, you know, they can feel the energy is just something weird, right? And even the most like good people who are really good at sales and they make a lot of money, that doesn't mean that they are in alignment either. And how you can tell is because how their behavior is and how they actually engage with their audience. Is it just a charade, a show, right? Or is it really like coming from an authentic leadership in an authentic place? And it's kind of hard to see that, online. This goes the same way with how you hire a good coach or a business coach, right? A life coach or whoever you need help from. You yourself needs to take charge of who you are at soul level first, because then everything in your life and business, they start to align. You'll be able to speak directly to your ideal client. You'll be able to close your sales better. You'll be able to have better personal relationships with your kids and your partner, because they're going to be able to understand how you operate. You have better boundaries. You have better ability to say exactly what you want to share. What's your real message to the world? And this doesn't go to say that you don't need to do things to educate your audience. I'm saying you really, really have to speak from this soul alignment first. This clears everything up from start to finish. In terms of from somebody finding you, right, to they opt into your newsletter or your website and look at what you do. And you have to remember that people needs to be nurtured, and they need to see you 20 to 30 times before they realize this person absolutely knows how to help me get what I want, right? It's really about your ideal client. It's really about seeing the painful points and meeting your ideal client at the very important moment that will get them the transformation. And so they don't really care about what exactly all the details are. What they really care about is soul to soul. Is this person really who is going to get me the result, and also who understands me at soul level, right? This is so important because this is why we do what we do. It's beyond just finishing the sale or being famous for what you do, right? It's that authentic expression that people want from you. So if you can speak directly from your soul's voice in this way, it is interesting how people just are so attracted to you and they just want to buy. You don't even need to try, because they know on an energetic level that you are the person that they need right now. That's how clear your messaging can be if you do it from soul alignment first. Everything else can line up, from the soul alignment, your business alignment, so you're making a business that's aligned to your soul, to the right mindset, success mindset. Also, you need spiritual mindset, to your messaging, all the way to your strategy. If you're able to master that in that order, in the 5 ways in this way, then your ideal client will want to buy from you. Okay, so you have to do some assessment and see what is it in your voice and your messaging that's just not lined up, that you are not really, really showing up in terms of your first soul's gift. And this is why you need your power soul, your power marketing words. These are specific words that are from your first soul's gift. And so I'm having a webinar coming up soon. I'm going to explain more about how to create, your messaging in the right way, so that you're not attracting the wrong ideal clients and you're getting the real clients who really get you. And I'm going to share you from a different perspective than that what you've heard of before, because most people think that messaging is just, you do market research, and you need to be able to know the pain points of your client avatar and all these fancy stuff, right, that you need to know in business. The most important thing is that you yourself know who you are at soul level, because everything else makes total sense in your life, your personal life, and your business. And you cannot not have a balance in your personal life and your business life. You have to have both in synergy, and the only way is you have to speak well, communicate well with all people, right? So imagine how awesome that will be for you, that you know exactly your unique energy, your first gift energy, your second and your third gift, so you know what not to align to, because that's the outcome of what people get from you. You will know, your soul alignment blueprints, and this is also what I help people with, is I give you a 3-hour recording of everything about your life and your business. This is not like some astrology reading or something like that. I'm looking in your Akashic records. I'm looking at very particular energies of what your soul is, and then I teach you how to use that in your life and business so that you can create a consistent income, you can feel less overwhelmed, you can have the complete clarity and start to expand yourself into, your higher psychic gifts, to channeling the information that comes directly from source, right? So like being who you're meant to be, right? Beyond just the human experience, you're really, really operating from your soul experience. You're actually living your soul purpose. So it's much more deeper than you think. And so this is why I created my Being Elohim method, my soul aligned manifestation method, my activate your higher psychic gifts system, all of these different tools so that you can actually start to align directly from that soul alignment with your first gift, and then really, really stepping into your leadership. So my next program that it's coming up is, I finally have it, is my Mastering Your Soul's Gift program. And this is the program that goes with your 3-hour blueprints, your soul alignment blueprints. And it comes in the program itself. And this is where I teach you everything you need to know in your life and your business so that it's aligned directly to your soul. And then everything else, and the strategy and the messaging, everything will make sense. So this is the time when you really, really need to decide, because most people, when they come to me, they're so misaligned that they're having really trouble to speak what they actually want to say. And the reason is because they're in their second and their third gift. It's kind of like, it's interesting because this is also what my husband tends to do, is when he goes in the second and third gift. And you will notice this with other people too, that they're like speaking to you, but they make like no complete sense. Like words that they share with you, it doesn't, like it's like 5 words, or it's like you're supposed to know exactly what they just said because it's like in their head. And then like you're like, come it out, like take it out of you, like tell me exactly what you want to say. And this is what's happening to you right now too. If you feel very overwhelmed, tired, and you're feeling like why you don't have this clarity, it's because you're going to mumble over your communication. And so your ideal clients don't know what to buy from you, okay? Because you're speaking from what is not your gift, your main first soul's gift, so you cannot feel this energetic alignment. I want you to really, really take this in, because this is true. This is the key to success. This is the fastest way to get out of your slump, get out of your catch-22, and get out of this misalignment. Because once you really understand how to speak from your first soul's gift, it's so amazing how you're going to feel. You're going to feel more at peace with yourself. You're going to feel like more that you can actually create consistent income. You're going to, get exactly what people need and the outcomes that they get, because it's targeted, right? You want to target the people who really can hear you and who gets your message. All right, so anyway, I had to make that spiel because I think like most people do not understand that actually they're missing the soul alignment piece. And so this is why I'm making my webinar on May 16th. So if you're interested in that, I have it right on my business page. And so it's coming up May 16th, 9 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, which is usually 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is where I can share with you more of that information. And then also, if you're interested in knowing your soul alignment blueprints, and about the Mastering Your Soul's Gift program, it's an 8-week program that really, really helps you to understand how to live in alignment with your first soul's gift, and all the other extra stuff that comes with it, which has to do with success mindset, and also your spiritual mindset that you're needing in order to expand to your next level. All right, well, I hope that enlightened you. Please go visit my website, www.LeimomiKeliikuli.com, which is my name.com. And right on there, there's my Discover Your Divine Business Gifts quiz. And there you can kind of have an idea maybe what your first soul's gift is. And also, if you want to be around people who really believe in this soul alignment, you can go to my Soul Alignment Leaders for Conscious Living Facebook group, and there you can get more support. All right, well, I hope that helped you. Have a beautiful day. Aloha.